another one of Carole's songs. This is a ghost song based on a story from Gower, in a book by the Reverend J.D. Davis, who was a Victorian rector and collector of strange stories and folklore. And the story tells of a farmhouse at Cheriton where the farmer's wife was reputed to shortchange all her customers for butter and cheese and other dairy products. They would never get the full weight or measure of what they were buying. And it's said that after death her spirit couldn't rest and continued to roam the corridors of Glebe House, moaning, "Weight and measure, weight and measure." Eventually the people had to call in the rector of the time to perform an exorcism to get rid of this spirit from the house. And the house was locked up for 3 or 4 days, and there was much banging and crashing and shouting and screaming as the rector went through the full high church exorcism ritual. And eventually the spirit was banned, and rather than be returned to hell, she agreed to be bound for eternity to the nearby beach, weaving ropes out of sand. And as long as she was still working on this task, she couldn't be taken off back to hell. We discovered that the house around about this time was occupied by an excise man put there to deal with smuggling in the local area. So we rather suspect that the story was put around to cover lots of bangings and crashings and muffled shouting as the smugglers removed the last of the contraband from the house's cellars before the excise man moved in. And of course the legend of a ghost on the beach was very useful for keeping people off it in stormy weather. But anyway, whatever it is, the ghost story is an excellent story, and this is the song, Weight and Measure.
Selling you short, it was me fun. Behind your back I taunt you. Wait and measure, you'll hear me moan. Now I've come back to haunt you. I rattle the jugs on the dresser shelf, leave a chill in the air, rush backwards and forth in a shadowy form. I love to frighten and scare. Boom! Wait and measure, my constant moan drives them all insane. The rector, the farmer, the excise man, I cheated them all the same. Selling you short, it was me fun. Behind your back I taunt you. Wait and measure, you'll hear me moan. Now I've come back to haunt you. My mortal days were long and hard, while the gentry lived at ease. So I felt no remorse in selling them short of butter, milk and cheese. Alas, my deeds, they sold me short. Now the measure of my days is doomed to stretch beyond my death. Here my spirit stays. Selling you short, it was me fun. Behind your back I taunt you. Wait and measure, you'll hear me moan. Now I've come back to haunt you. As cockcrow dawns, my powers wane. The rector treads the path. To bind my spirit is his intent. Perhaps I've had my last laugh. My haunting days could soon be done. No more I'll walk the night. To the bowels of hell my spirit he'd cast, but I'll not go without a fight. Selling you short, it was me fun. Behind your back I taunt you. Wait and measure, you'll hear me moan. Now I've come back to haunt you. The rector blesses his violet stole, climbs the farmhouse stairs. His exorcism rite begins as he utters his Latin prayers. 2 full days I taunted him, my ghost you will not lay. I jumped his hoops and dodged his whip, ad nauseam he did pray. Selling you short, it was me fun. Behind your back I taunt you. Wait to measure, you'll hear me moan. Now I've come back to haunt you. But his Latin words, they pierced my soul like flaming darts from hell. My time is short, I must away and bid this house farewell. The rector stopped, a deal was struck. My earthly penance found, that I remain till it be done, weaving rocks of sand. Selling you short, it was me fun. Behind your back I taunt you. Wait to measure, you'll hear me moan. Now I've come back to haunt you. Selling you short, it was me fun. Now I've come back to haunt